Hello YouTube, welcome to part 3. Okay, in this section we're going to talk about the canopy, and I also wanted to go over the trim work a little bit. The trim work on the bottom, what I did is I took a 1x3 oak, took my routed out a nice bevel edge on the top, and what I did on the back side is where the plastic, I measured the plastic and took the router and went 1/8 of an inch deep on the inside of the wood, and that way it fit right over the plastic. And I made it a little bit taller to match the crushed coral, so it all looks level and nice, and it's all up against nice and tight against the plastic. And all I did to fix it was a little bit of liquid nail, nice mitered edges, a little bit of liquid nail, and that way if I ever have a problem with the tank or whatever, I got to replace the tank, this will come off. A little bit of sanding on the back side, put some more liquid nail and put it right on top of the new tank. So it's completely replaceable. Looks nice, matches the rest of the stand. Okay, so now we're going to get into, well, hold on a minute, I'll go back to this. The same thing with the trim. All I did was, this is bought trim, just cut to size, and then liquid nailed it to the tank. Same thing, be able to pull it off, put it onto the new tank, good to go. Okay, now we're going to talk about the canopy. What I did with this was a difficult build, but it turned out really sweet. Okay, so you'll see in the canopy, but in the previous videos I showed, I've got a handle on the back so we can easily lift off the canopy. And even though it looks huge, humongous and everything, it's extremely lightweight. It's about half the weight of a store-bought canopy that was half the size and that I had on the previous tank. Really works out nice. What I did, it's the same kind of skeleton framework as the bottom. The difference between the bottom and the top one is the edge here. What I had to do was I took a 1.5 inch piece of aluminum L bracket that's 4 foot long, and I cut the bottom side down to 3/4 and liquid nailed it together to the skeleton work, and that way when I set the front part of the door on, it won't sag, it won't bend, it won't do anything, and it's also it will not corrode due to saltwater creep and all that. So really nice, really sturdy, really strong. So you can see the magnets. Really easy to work with. And you also see, to help control condensation, I put in 3 fans. One blowing out, or one blowing in, sorry. One blowing in, 2 blowing out. Helps keep the control of condensation. The lighting system, Ecotech lighting, I love it. The versatility with the Ecotech. You can, with the Wi-Fi connector, you can control your pumps, your Vortex pumps. You can also control your lighting system from across the globe. And I love the Ecotechs. No heat, great lighting, great. It doesn't matter how high you mount it, you can always adjust your lighting. What I did to mount it inside my canopy is I used aluminum extrusion, and I've got aluminum extrusion going down the sides. I took the aluminum extrusion, there's a center hole, I tapped it out and used stainless steel bolts at each end. So if I ever have to do any maintenance, I can easily unscrew this, and of course the stainless steel will never corrode. Unscrew it, take out one side, and then the whole skeleton will come out, and then I can easily take the Ecotechs out and do any kind of maintenance I need to do with them. The whole thing, I wanted to be able to adjust my lighting so I can place it over the tank wherever I want it, so it easily slides forward and back and side to side. So I could put my lighting wherever wherever I need it, or if it's getting too much light in a certain spot, I can move it. I love the versatility of it. It is a little tall, and we are vertically challenged, so you can see it'd be really extremely hard for me to put my arm in there and try to do any maintenance in there. So what I did to make that work was I built this handy dandy stand that I can move, really lightweight, put in front of the tank, and then I can stand on it. Then I can stick my whole head into the tank. I can do anything that I want to do, any kind of maintenance that I need to do. Also, if I really need to do some maintenance, this thing, like I said before, is really lightweight. Comes off the whole tank. Looks awesome and works great. I wanted to also show you what I did for acclimation. I thought this was pretty creative. Take a little piece of wood here, then I can take my tubing, stick it in the hole, and with this little piece of wood here, it's just tightening up the tube, and I'm actually pulling on it now, and it's not going to come out, it's not going to fall out. So you actually, you got to pretty much pull it out. It's really hard to get it out of there. So it helps stabilize the tube and makes it more convenient. And I drilled 3 holes so I can actually acclimate three different buckets at the same time if I needed to. Works really great. Put it on the stand, get a bucket or whatever. Drip line your fish, you're good to go. Thought that was a neat little addition. So in the next video we'll start going over the electronics, electrical, and future plans for this build. Thanks for watching, and please watch my next video.